Sophie Cunningham had 15 points last night, which was an outstanding game from her, dog. She had 15 points. She played 33 minutes and she had 3 rebounds. She done her put up dub. She was going off, bro. She looked like she couldn't miss a damn shot. And I'm here to tell you, they was not feeling the Sophie Cunningham effect in New York because some footage has emerged of her getting booed by New York Liberty fans.
Sophie Cunningham encountered hostile reception during a recent contest in New York, where the Indiana Fever suffered a significant defeat against the Liberty. The home team delivered a dominant performance, with key players like Jonquil Jones, Brianna Stewart, and Sabrina Ionescu leading a comprehensive victory over the visiting squad. Despite the lopsided final result, Cunningham provided notable resistance through exceptional shooting performance. Her contribution of several critical three-point baskets during intense moments drew negative reactions from the Liberty faithful, who expressed their displeasure through vocal disapproval throughout her appearances. The statistical breakdown reveals Cunningham's impressive individual showing despite the team's struggles. She accumulated 15 points across 33 minutes of action, adding 3 rebounds to her contribution.
Let's check out this footage right here, man, because this one right here had me scratching my head. I thought Sophie Cunningham was beloved. Shout out to the homeboy Andy over on Twitter. He was the one that captured this footage. He said Sophie Cunningham gets booed and drops 5 threes against the New York Liberty. Never shaken, never rattled. She swallows the hate and spits threes right back at you. Listen to some of this audio right here, guys. This is from the game last.
Her shooting efficiency remained exceptional throughout the contest, appearing nearly unstoppable from beyond the arc during crucial stretches. Video evidence captured the crowd's hostile reception toward Cunningham, with audible negative reactions accompanying her successful scoring attempts. Despite this adversarial environment, she maintained composure and continued delivering effective offensive production. Her resilience under pressure demonstrated professional maturity in handling difficult circumstances. The footage shows multiple instances of Cunningham connecting on three-point attempts while facing crowd hostility. Each successful shot intensified the negative response from Liberty supporters, creating a cycle where her excellence generated more vocal opposition.
This is from the game last night. Yeah, not a good look for New York. Mercy, as you guys can see, she was on fire, dog. On fire. Look at her coming down a stretch. Guess what? Another bucket, bro. Not playing no games with the New York Liberty, dog. See, this is why they was mad. This is why they was mad. Watch this. Sophie Cunningham in the corner. Watch this.
Her ability to maintain focus amid this environment highlighted her mental toughness. Cunningham's bench production proved especially valuable given Caitlin Clark's absence from the lineup. With a primary offensive weapon unavailable, her scoring burst provided essential firepower when the team desperately needed alternative production sources. Her performance exceeded expectations for a reserve player stepping into expanded responsibilities. Recent games have showcased Cunningham's improved consistency and confidence levels. Her contributions have become increasingly reliable, suggesting development in her role and comfort within the team system.
Corner. Why this? Buckets, bro. What you mean? That's what you get for booing her. Hold on. She ain't done yet, dog. Watch this. Another 3. Buckets, bro. This is what you want to see out of your player coming off the bench, bro. Especially when you got a player like Caitlin Clark that is out. You know you're going to miss a key component out of that offense. Sophie Cunningham showed up and showed out. I take off my hat to her. I was impressed.
This progression has occurred despite facing criticism from various sources throughout the season. The hostile reception appears unwarranted given her professional conduct and competitive effort. While crowd reactions often reflect game circumstances rather than personal animosity, the intensity directed toward Cunningham seemed excessive for standard competitive environments. Other Fever players also delivered strong individual performances despite the team defeat. Kelsey Mitchell led all scorers with 29 points, demonstrating her continued offensive reliability. Aaliyah Boston contributed a double-double with 15 points and 12 rebounds, while Natasha Cloud added 13 points and 6 assists to the effort.
To her, I was impressed to see her performance last night. All of you guys should too. I feel like over these last couple games, Sophie Cunningham really been showing up and showing out and standing on business, dog. A lot of people been sending hate her way. I don't know why, but it's just rhetorical at this point. It's unfortunate that the team did lose the game 84-98, but overall, with her performance, that was a win, man. Her, Kelsey Mitchell had 29 points, dog. Then we got to look at Aaliyah Boston. She had 15.
The final score of 98-84 in favor of New York reflected the overall talent disparity and home court advantage rather than lack of individual effort from Indiana players. The Liberty's balanced attack and superior depth proved decisive factors in controlling the contest from early stages. Post-game interviews revealed positive team dynamics despite the disappointing result. Jonquel Jones expressed satisfaction with her return to action after an extended absence, rating her conditioning at approximately 80% while acknowledging room for improvement in certain areas of her game. Jones described feeling comfortable with most aspects of her performance, while noting specific areas requiring refinement, particularly regarding post-positioning and finishing moves. Her teammates and coaching staff expressed enthusiasm about her return and immediate impact on team dynamics.
She had 15 and 12. Natasha Cloud, 13 and 6. Like, you would have wanted to see more out of Ari. You know, even overall, you know, it is told y'all going into it, they was going to lose, and they lost. But Sophie Cunningham getting booed was completely unnecessary. I just have to be honest.
And just how would you say, like, conditioning wise and everything that you felt?
Yeah, I mean, it felt great to be back out there. Obviously, it's been a while since.
The coaching staff praised Jones's early impact, specifically highlighting her opening three-point shot as a reminder of her capabilities. Her ability to establish position in the post and create scoring opportunities impressed observers, though execution could improve with additional game experience. Jones's celebration after a crucial second-half three-pointer, featuring an air guitar gesture, reflected her enjoyment of the competitive moment. She explained the spontaneous nature of the celebration, noting it originated from pre-game interactions with teammates and represented her desire to maintain loose, enjoyable playing atmosphere. Defensive adjustments during the second half allowed New York to create separation after Indiana maintained competitiveness through the opening periods. The Liberty improved their pressure defense and transition opportunities, generating turnovers that led to easy scoring chances.
Obviously, it's been a while since I've been on the court, but my teammates have held it down while I was out, and everybody was excited for me to be back in, and I was just as excited. So, yeah, I really enjoyed the moment. I had a lot of fun. And yeah, it was great. My conditioning, I feel like I'm like at an 8 right now out of 10, so I'm in a good spot.
JJ, welcome back. One for you, Sandy, one for you. JJ, for you, was there anything that you felt like you're used to being able to do on the court that you weren't able to?
The coaching staff acknowledged execution problems in both offensive and defensive schemes during early portions of the contest. Poor screen navigation and late defensive rotations allowed Indiana to establish rhythm, requiring strategic adjustments to regain control. Liberty players praised teammate development, particularly noting newcomer Izzy Harrison's growing comfort within the system. Her integration has progressed steadily, with teammates observing increased confidence and understanding of offensive concepts and movement patterns. Leonie Fibich's recent production surge has generated attention, averaging nearly 16 points on 70% shooting across her last 4 appearances.
Anything that you felt like you're used to being able to do on the court that you weren't able to do tonight? And Sandy, for you, I'm just wondering, early on, was there a moment that JJ had where it was just sort of this reminder of, oh, she's back?
For me, no, not really. I think I could have done a little bit better job of like being more balanced in the post and like making my post moves. But other than that, everything else felt good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, first play of the game. I mean, she got the 3, so that was nice. That's a JJ, classic JJ. But her ability to seal and really,
The competitive atmosphere reached peak intensity during crucial fourth-quarter moments, with players embracing the high-stakes environment. Sabrina Ionescu's three-point shot to extend the lead generated significant celebration, reflecting the team's appreciation for clutch performances under pressure. Coaching decisions regarding player rotations drew questions, particularly regarding Ionescu's temporary bench assignment during critical periods. The coaching staff maintained confidence in their rotation decisions, emphasizing the importance of utilizing penalizing players who generated momentum during specific game segments. The overall contest demonstrated the competitive balance within the league while highlighting individual performances that transcended team results. Cunningham's ability to excel despite hostile conditions and team struggles exemplified professional basketball's demanding nature and the mental fortitude required for sustained success.
It's ridiculous when people blame Caitlin Clark for the actions of people relative, like in her general circle, not even directly in her circle, people around her. Like Caitlin Clark's boyfriend, or her brother, the amount of stuff he got basically called the devil for calling referees bad. He got, like, they hurled slurs at him for saying referees are bad. And they hurled slurs at Caitlin because her brother said refs are bad. Like, it's crazy, but let's not sink to their level. Kelsey Mitchell did nothing wrong.
Moving forward, both teams will likely use this contest as learning experience, with Indiana seeking to address defensive communication issues and New York working to maintain consistency across all game phases. The individual performances, particularly Cunningham's resilient showing under pressure, provide valuable examples of professional basketball's psychological demands. The circumstances surrounding Kelsey Mitchell continue deteriorating and spiraling beyond reasonable bounds. This escalating drama has reached completely unmanageable proportions. However, Mitchell herself bears no responsibility for these developments.
Mitchell did nothing wrong. But this situation is really, really weird. It's really, really weird. And people are making the argument of, oh, the family are seeing all the fans talk about Kelsey Mitchell and they're just defending their relative. And I'm like, not really. Not really. The fans are saying that the Fever are nothing without Kelsey, which fair enough, like, or the family are saying that. And they're coming out basically calling Caitlin Clark a role player, which I'm fine.
Understanding exists regarding comparisons to hypothetical reactions if similar events involved Caitlin Clark or her associates. When Jada Gamfrey responded to comments about Clark's boyfriend's brother criticizing Angel Reese's basketball abilities, attempts were made to target Gamfrey with derogatory language. This represents clear hypocrisy, yet responding with identical behavior proves counterproductive. Avoiding blame toward Mitchell remains crucial, as holding Clark accountable for actions within her extended network proves equally ridiculous. Clark's brother faced severe criticism and slurs merely for commenting on referee performance, with that hostility extending to Clark herself simply due to familial connection.
Their family are saying that, and they're coming out basically calling Caitlin Clark a role player, which I'm fine. But like, if you say that, you're going to get fans clapping back at you and fans are getting pissed off. But the worst is the family friend who Kelsey Mitchell's family seems to be interacting with. Kelsey Mitchell follows on Instagram and everything, who has compared Caitlin Clark to a man, who has shared Antonio Brown's disgusting posts about Caitlin Clark. We're not going to explain what they are, but has shared some of the most absolutely
Refusing to descend to such levels means recognizing Mitchell's innocence in these matters. Nevertheless, this developing situation presents genuinely peculiar circumstances. Arguments suggest Mitchell's family members observe fan discussions and naturally defend their relative. However, reality differs. Otter supporters claim the Fever accomplished nothing without Mitchell, which represents reasonable family loyalty. Family members have characterized Clark as merely a role player, which generates predictable fan backlash and anger.
Disgusting things ever written about Caitlin Clark by someone in the mainstream, and one of Kelsey Mitchell's friends is sharing them, and there still is an interaction there, which, look, is not Kelsey Mitchell's fault. It is not Kelsey Mitchell's fault. It is... People are only responsible for the words that they say. Is it bad optics? Sure. Especially, like, I don't even really care about the post basically calling Caitlin Clark a glorified role player and Kelsey Mitchell is best.
More concerning involves a family associate whom Mitchell follows on social media and interacts with regularly. This individual has compared Clark to male athletes and shared Antonio Brown's offensive posts targeting Clark. These shared materials contain absolutely repulsive content representing some of the most disgusting mainstream commentary ever directed at Clark. Mitchell's continued interaction with this person creates problematic optics, though responsibility lies solely with individuals making actual statements. The association appears unfortunate rather than intentional.
Kelsey Mitchell is best. Let's not forget, Nalissa Smith's brother thought Nalissa Smith was the best player on the Fever. Let's be honest here. Let's be honest. Like, it is genuinely, like, everyone's family are going to be not unhinged, but they're going to be a little bit delusional about their son or daughter's playing ability. It is what it is. It's the sport of basketball.
The post labeling Clark a glorified role player while praising Mitchell as superior generates less concern. Remembering that NaLyssa Smith's brother considered Smith the Fever's best player provides perspective. Family members naturally maintain somewhat unrealistic assessments of their relatives' abilities across all sports contexts. This phenomenon extends beyond basketball into general life patterns. Nepotism often occurs because parents overestimate their children's capabilities across various athletic endeavors.
Daughter's playing ability. It is what it is. It's the sport of basketball. And it's not even sport of basketball, it's life. It's life. Like, a lot of people are thinking, like, it's one of those weird things where in a lot of cases nepotism happens because the parents overrate their own kids in a lot of sports nepotism. Like, it happens. It happens. But, like, that's not the end of the world. But the problem is people just keep digging. And people are really clutching at straws.
While problematic, this represents human nature rather than catastrophic behavior. Some critics reach excessive conclusions, analyzing trivial details unnecessarily. Mitchell invited friends to All-Star Weekend, where they posted extensive photo collections from the event. When 0 Team Clark images appeared among 50 pictures, speculation arose regarding intentional exclusion. Reality suggests teams socialized in separate locations, as evident during MVP meetings where Team Clark congregated together while Team Ace gathered elsewhere.
People are really clutching at straws with some of them. Like, Kelsey Mitchell invited one of their friends to All-Star Weekend, and they posted a huge, like a whole bunch of pictures of All-Star Weekend. Like a 50-picture album, and there was 0 pictures of Team Clark, and people were like, oh, it's just they hate Kate. And I'm like, no, like, the teams kind of hung out in different places. We saw it with the MBPA meeting. Team Clark were around Team Clark. Team Fee were around Team Fee. Like, it is what it is.
Timing and location likely explain the absence rather than deliberate snubbing. Clark maintained visibility throughout All-Star Weekend, making complete avoidance practically impossible. Avoiding transformation into the opposing faction's mentality becomes essential. Those critics blame Clark for every minor occurrence, including her.
They could have just been in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like, it is what it is. Caitlin Clark was everywhere in All-Star Weekend. So, I think people are gone too far with some of that stuff. And let's not turn into those idiots on the other side that want to blame Caitlin Clark for everything, no matter how minor it is. They want to blame Caitlin Clark for her brother liking an anti-Angel Reese post for celebrating her getting cheap-shotted. They want to call Caitlin Clark a racist because of that. Let's not sink.
Mitchell consistently demonstrates exemplary teammate qualities and personal character according to all accounts. Blame should never target her for these developments. However, defending Mitchell's associates or family members proves equally inappropriate. While understanding family loyalty parallels the Smith brothers situation, defending his recently benched sister made sense even if misguided justification has limits. No purpose exists in defending Mitchell's supporters who insult Clark's basketball abilities.